It is with the passage of time that we begin to understand the true greatness of a man. Alejandro Melchor had a different kind of greatness. His greatness was not so much in the high honor and position he attained. His greatness was in the bold development initiatives that brought about sweeping changes in whole segments of the nation, and in the impeccable character that earned him the respect of foreign leaders and the ordinary man on the street, farmers and rebels alike. He was a man utterly and completely dedicated to the nation, with an abiding faith in the goodness and competence of the Filipino, and who dedicated his life to helping his fellow men achieve their true potentials. As a Navy officer, Alex appreciated the value of the gyroscope, a navigational tool which enabled the ship to stay on its true course, no matter how the ship's platform was tossed and turned by rough seas. Alex never lost his bearings on the fundamental principles of truth, justice, and love of country. As a development professional, he was not tied down by mindsets or precedents that would prevent one from seeing clearly or acting with audacity. Nor did politics, fear of losing favor or power, nor personal gain prevent him from setting a course of action that he believed to be in the national interest. In the field of energy, Alex initiated a fast-track rural electrification program that brought electricity to the far-flung barrios. He led the development of a power sector based on indigenous power resources that liberated the nation from the high cost of power. He pursued a geothermal program when it was just considered a curiosity by developed countries. In the early 70s, when the largest computer in the country was a 32K, with capabilities less than that of a hand calculator, Alex recognized and harnessed the power of the computer for government planning and operations, and established the National Computer Center. Alex similarly envisioned the valuable resource of the armed forces of the Philippines, not just in times of conflict, but as a valuable tool for nation building in times of peace. As Undersecretary of National Defense, he harnessed the military for the rapid development of an infrastructure program and an intermodal transport system that would connect the archipelago from end to end for the first time. The World Bank cited his work as a model for developing countries to effectively use their military resources for nation building. Alex also pushed for the modernization of the armed forces of the Philippines and had many creative approaches to solving the basis problem, as well as ideas on developing a local defense industry. Under his leadership, Project Santa Barbara developed the country's first locally made laser-guided rocket system. Alex even sought to change the weather, as he established a typhoon moderation and rain-making capability to minimize the negative impact of nature on our economy. The International Bank for Reconstruction and Development cited as a model for disaster relief and rehabilitation the successful rescue, relief, and rehabilitation program spearheaded by Alex during the floods of the summer of 1972 that saw the linking of the waters of Manila Bay with that of Lingayen Gulf. The U.S. Senate gave its bipartisan support for a $50 million assistance program to this effort, despite President Marcos having declared martial law. In the fight against corruption, Alex knew no fear as he launched the only government-wide purge ever. Alex pushed for critical rational thinking in addressing key policy issues. He worked for the establishment of the Philippine Center for Advanced Studies in the University of the Philippines, which undertook strategic analysis of policy options in the areas of foreign policy, national security, and other fields. In foreign relations, he sought the Filipinos' rightful place in the global community without fear of global powers, as he initiated the first negotiations for the economic use of the military bases and diversified the nation's long-standing bilateral partnerships. When there were few who trusted Muslims, Alex worked hand in hand with them and won their trust. As a young Navy ensign, he negotiated the surrender of the legendary Tausug warrior, Kamlan, and later that of the first group of MNLF rebel returnees. Alex realized that the rebellion in Muslim Mindanao was fed by Manila's historical neglect of its Muslim constituencies, and so would not be stemmed by military means alone. He gathered leading Muslim intellectuals and organized the Mindanao Development Task Force that led to the establishment of Sharia courts and an Islamic banking system, among many other initiatives. Muslim Filipinos recognized and appreciated his sincerity and dedication to their welfare and awarded him the title Raja Muda, or